What up? We back, baby. We back. Seventh round. We in the seventh. Anyway, yo, what up, y'all? So I got a new story, man. I'm back on my stories, you know what I mean? This story right here takes place in 2017, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Back at Legends Barbershop, you know what I mean? This was when we was on Fairfax. Well, they're still on Fairfax now, you know what I'm saying? But this is when we was on Fairfax, you know what I mean? But I'm going to back it up. I'm going to back the story up all the way back to 2002. So, back in the days, we used to have, like, you know, some celebrities, like, people that were trying to get on, you know what I mean? Like, in Hollywood or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Comedians, you know, rappers, everything, you know. Everybody used to come through to Legends, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that got on started, you know, they were getting their haircut there or whatever. So anyways, we had this dude. He was a comedian. He was a comedian. You know, he was a writer too. He like wrote for like the Jamie Foxx show, I think. Some In Living Color stuff, I think. You know, I know for a fact he was in the Jamie Foxx. He was a writer on the Jamie Foxx show, but he was a funny comedian too. He was the homie and shit. So he was coming through. He was coming through Legends, right? And you know, it was all good. You know what I'm saying? He was telling us, like, invite us to like crazy ass parties and shit. Unbelievable parties, by the way. This guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but this fool's parties were ill. Everybody would be in the building. But anyways, as time went on, you know, I don't know if this dude, like, he kind of lost his hair, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had waves before, but then, like, over time, you know, shit started getting a little thin, you know what I mean? Started thinning out a little bit. And I guess eventually he just started cutting his shit bald or whatever, right? But anyways, he had a little brother, right, that we knew too. Like, I'm not going to say his name. He's the homie. I'm not going to say the comedian's name either. But so he had a brother who wanted to become a barber or whatever, right? So this dude was like, yo, my little brother, he wants to cut hair, da-da-da-da. You know, I guess he got into barber college or whatever. So he asked us, you know, pretty much like him and his family, who we knew pretty well, was like, you know, can you guys give him a job and like teach him the ropes, you know what I'm saying? So we was like, yeah, fucking bring him through, you know? Kid was cool, you know what I'm saying? He's a younger kid, but you know, he was respectful, real cool cat. So this was like fast forwarding the story to Fairfax now, because this was on Wilshire, you know what I'm saying? When we got to Fairfax, they asked us if we could give him a job or whatever. And we did. We started training him, you know, at first, you know, he was a little shaky, like his cuts were kind of shaky, so, you know, we taught him some things, you know what I'm saying, techniques, and then he started getting like really good. He started getting really nice, and he was a younger cat. He also skated, you know what I'm saying, being Supreme and all that shit. So, you know, it was a good look for him. Eventually, when he started getting good at cutting hair or whatever. So he started getting good. He started building a clientele, and yeah, things were all love, you know. He was family, so it was all good. It was a no-brainer and shit. So he starts getting his clients up, you know. They're mostly like, they were like a younger crowd or whatever. So we get this one client, right? I guess he's from like New York, or I don't know, like New Jersey or some shit. And you know, he came in, typical New York attitude, like walked in the shop. Yo, who's nice? I'm from New York, and da-da-da-da, you know, I need a cut, woo. So then, I think my boy Goose was the one that chopped him up or whatever. And then, I don't know if he liked his cut or whatever happened, but he started going to the barber that we put on, the younger cat, right? So I guess this dude was on the same mission. Like, he had came to LA, you know, he was like doing trying to promote clubs and being out all the time, and you know, trying to get on or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And one sec, my bad. No technical difficulties and shit. Nah, but so this fool, like, you know, he started coming around getting cut, and he started getting cut by the young cat. He got nice, you know. So anyways, the dude had been trying to like do the Hollywood thing, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of cats do out here. They come out here, they try to do the Hollywood thing, and they're trying to get on, but then sometimes it doesn't move as fast as they want it to, or whatever, right? So this fucking story is crazy. So this fool, he gets yeah, like promoting didn't really start working out for him, so he gets a regular job. You know what I'm saying? He gets like a job and shit. This guy, now he becomes the homie because he ended up being cool and shit. You know, he did have a New York, you know, aggressive type of shit, but he was, at the end of the day, he was cool. So he ended up getting a regular job. This fool said, man, fuck that, man. I need to pay some bills, you know what I'm saying? So he got a job with like a moving company, right? In LA somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Like moving people, whatever, moving furniture, I don't know. So anyways, this dude was in Inglewood, right? This fool was in Inglewood, and he was doing a job or whatever, right? And I guess some fools like rolled up and shot him, but they're shooting at him and shit. Shooting at the movers, right? This fool gets hit in the foot. He gets shot in the foot. Now, this shit's crazy, right? This fool gets shot. Fucking gets shot in the foot. Fucking doesn't go to the hospital. Makes his appointment. He comes and gets a cut. This dude comes at 5 o'clock. He makes his appointment, has a bullet in his foot. This fool was wearing like a sandal and shit. He's like telling everybody he had got shot and shit. We're like, what the fuck are you doing here, dog? You need to fucking go to the fucking hospital. Who the fuck does that? He's like, man, nah, fuck that, man. I had to make my appointment, man. I had to get fresh, man. I'm gonna get my cut and then I'm gonna go to the hospital. Fucking foot's bleeding and shit. We're like, yo, you wild for that, man. Like, man, that's some New York shit. I don't know what the fuck that was, but this fool got his cut, and this is facts. So like, I know a lot of people watch this video, they can vouch for this shit. You know what I'm saying? We were all like tripping, like, what the fuck? So yeah, the dude sat back, bullet in his fucking foot, bleeding and shit, and got his haircut, got his waves right, got the fresh lineup, and then he went to the hospital. And then they had to whatever they did, operate on his foot or whatever the fuck. He's like, man, if I'm gonna be laid up, I gotta be fresh. It's kind of different kind of breed right there, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker gets shot in Inglewood and makes his appointment to get cut. That's how serious he took his haircut. Fucking crazy, man. Yeah, that was the story, man. This fool, and it was my young homie's client, you know what I mean? And that dude was cool, man. He ended up like being a solid dude. Like, I got into some little shit. Like, you know, there's always little fools that trip sometimes, you know, like when you're in a place like Fairfax or some shit. And like there was a couple things that went down, and he actually had her back like fully, you know what I'm saying? I think that fool was like a martial artist too, you know, so he could swab and shit, he could do his thing. So he ended up being cool and shit. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna say the young barber's name, or the actor, comedian whose brother it was. But that was the story. Fool got shot in his foot. Said, fuck that, I'm making my appointment. I went to Legends, with a sandal, bullet in his foot, and got his waves, got cut. Alright, man, that's my story, man. Round 7. We on the 7th fucking video, man. Holla at your boy, DiggasBiggas, man. I'm out.